Okay. So what am I going to do now? I'll show you the normal way which we were using in other languages. Okay. If this wouldn't be Python, then what would I have done? Right? What I would have done? I would have taken another variable. Okay. Temp variable I would have taken. Isn't it? First of all, what will I do is I'll just assign temp to F1. Okay. Then what will I do is F1, I'll make it F2. After that, I'll make F2 is equal to F1 plus temp. This one I would have done. This is what we were doing so far, isn't it, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? See, this is how we were doing it, and we were also getting the right answer. But when we have something in Python where we can do it directly like this, F1, comma F2, the same thing you can do it directly in a single line. F1, comma F2 is equal to what? F2, comma F1 plus F2. You can do the same thing in a single line as well. So you not worry about anything. You are getting the same answer. Okay, what is basically happening over here is, here you can check. F1 is getting assigned with F2. After that, F2 is what? It's getting assigned with F1 plus F2. F1 here, you might think F1 I've made it 2. That means this is also 2 now. No, that's not the case in Python. This is still 1 itself. This is still 1 itself. Okay. So you'll be doing 1 plus whatever is the value of F2 is. Got it? Updation doesn't happen once you have used F1, once you have assigned something else to F1, here it is the previous value itself. Okay. In Python, this is how the statement works is. Got it? We had learned that we can use it, but did we learn its application? No. This is where the application comes. Confusing, right? You'll have to write 2 to 3 codes, 2 to 3 lines of code related to using this, then you'll be actually able to get this. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry if you're getting, yeah, don't worry if you're getting confused. You can normally do the normal way itself. You'll have to take a temporary variable and then you'll have to do, but that won't be your optimized code because you're using extra space there, right? You're taking a temporary variable and then doing your task. Instead, this is your easy method where without taking an extra variable, you are directly doing your task. That is, you're assigning, you're shifting values between two variables without even using a temporary variable. Got it? That was all about Fibonacci number. Next, we have decimal to binary. I want you guys to solve this because I've already explained you this problem. It is similar to something like reverse integer only, but not similar. You will be using mod and division only over here also. So that is the reason why I told you similar. So I want you to solve me and one of you will be explaining. Randomly, I'll be calling you tomorrow. Anyone, you will have to explain me. How did you do this? Okay. Decimal to binary is your task to do. And binary to decimal as well. Both of these. You will have to learn and come. You will have to do it in the next class. I'll call you randomly, anyone. Next problem that we have is sum or product. So it's clearly given that you are given n. That means this is a user, that from the user we are taking an input for an integer, and c is also given. These two are given to us. We are taking input from the user. If c is equal to 1, print sum. If c is equal to, print product. 1 to n. So basically they're saying if c is equal to 1, then you'll have to print sum of the numbers from 1 to n. If c is equal to 2, product of all the numbers from 1 to n, else we'll have to print -1. If the choice is something else other than 1 and 2, you will have to print it as -1. I'll explain you the code, explain you what the question is first, and then quickly we'll solve this question. I hope this is clear. Okay, so now let's get into understanding what the question is. Basically, first they're saying you'll have to take input from the user for n. For example, n is equal to 5. I've given the input. After that, I've taken choice from the user. I want product, so I'll take 2. So now what I'll have to print is basically I'll just have to print from 1 to 5. 1 into 2 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. This is what I'll have to print. If choice was not 2 and if it was 1, I had to print this. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. This is what I had to print. This is what the user or the code, the question is. Okay, so how will we do it? It's very simple. It's very simple. So let's see how are we going to do it. First is taking input from the user. N is equal to int of input from the user. And then next is take the choice also from the user. Choice, you can take it as integer only over here because you're not taking any A or B. You're taking string. You're taking integer. So that's the reason why. 1 and 2 you're taking. That's the reason why. Let me take it as int only. Now if I've taken N and C, now say me, what should I do? Should I use if else or should I use switch? Match case, what should I do? Which is better?
If else.
If else is better. Why?
Statement like directly use if statement like if choice is equal to 1, print sum, and else choice is to print this. And then we
Match
can
is also
use
same,
else.
right?
Yes.
Actually, match is better. Okay, guys, I'll say you why. When you use match, right? Match and then what do you do? You do this one. We'll be giving the expression, whatever you have. So C is the choice that I've taken from the user. So that's the reason why. Let me just directly take it as C only. Now we'll have to write case. So case 1, directly I'll write. So under case 1, I'll just write loop, right? I'll just write loop for I in range. Okay, let me not use while. Let me use while. While n is not equal to 0. So what am I doing? If it is case 1, that means we'll have to be finding out sum. Sum is equal to sum plus n. Okay. N is equal to n minus 1. I'll explain you what am I doing over here. Case 2, if it was case 2, then I had to take something like multiplication is equal to 1 I'll take. Okay, then again another while loop, while n is not equal to 0. Until n is not equal to 0, I'll have to continue. So mul is equal to mul into n is something that I'll be doing, and n is equal to n minus 1 is something I'll be doing. Else we have case default as well, which is nothing but an underscore. Here, what did they say? We'll have to print it as minus 1. This is what the user asked. Let's just see if it is running or not. I'll take 5 itself for now. Okay, and I'll take the input as 1. I just need the sum to be printed. Okay, we did not print anything. Once we come out of this while loop, right? Let's print also over here only. Print what? Sum. In the same way, I'll just copy and paste it over here. So here I'll be printing what? I'll be printing multiplication basically. Now let me run it and then I'll be giving it as 5 as n and choice as 1. I'm getting the sum. So basically sum of 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is happening. 5 plus 4 is 9. I'll just run this. Okay, 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. So this is your sum. It's right. Okay, so basically why did I say match case is better is basically if you're using if else, right? If else for default case, you had to use another else. Okay. And along with that, if else checks for if condition, else condition, everything. Whereas what happens in match cases, whatever your case is, if your case is 1, it will directly jump to case 1. If your case is 2, it will directly jump to case 2. And whatever is there over here, it will execute. If your case is not matching anything, directly jump to default. So there is a direct jump that is happening. There is no extra checking that is happening. It will not check if it is 1, if it is 2 or something. As soon as it is 1, it will directly jump to 1, case 1. As soon as it's 2, it will directly jump to case 2. So your time is getting saved over that. You might not get the difference when you're running it in normal way, but yes, there is a difference in time when you're using if else and match case. Here, direct jump is happening, whereas over there, if you had used if else, you had to check for if else, elif, everything. Got it? That's the reason why match case is better. always in almost every language the same thing. Match case works in the same way. Now what is happening? Let me explain you. N I had taken it as 5. Case I've taken it as 1. 1 in the sense as soon as we come to match what is C now? 1, isn't it? So let's see where the case is 1. As soon as it gets case 1, it'll start executing it. First, sum is equal to 0 is something that we have, isn't it? After that, we have used while. While what? N is not equal to 0. Right now, N is 5. Until and unless 5 is not equal to 0, N is not equal to 0, we will continue our loop. So, N is not equal to 0 is our condition. First, N was 5. 5 is not equal to 0 is true. That's the reason why we'll enter. Sum was 0. Sum is equal to 0 plus N. N is what? 5. So, sum now becomes equal to 5. Again, N is equal to N minus now. What is your N now? It becomes 4, isn't it? Now we'll do the same thing for 4. While 4 is not equal to 0, again you'll continue the loop. If 4 is not equal to 0, then what do? 4 is not equal to 0, sum is equal to sum plus N. 5 plus N. Next, what did you do? N is equal to N minus 1, that is N is equal to 3. Again, you'll check. 3 is not equal to 0 is true. Again, sum is equal to sum plus 4 is done. Now 3 we do. Right? After that, we do N is equal to N minus 1, it gets 2. Right? Once it becomes true, again you check. N is not equal to 0. 2 is not equal to 0. True. So we'll just add sum 2 to the sum, whatever we have. Again, what did we do? N is equal to N minus 1. N becomes 1 now. Again, you check for the condition. Again, you added. Now, N is equal to N minus 1. N becomes 0. As soon as N becomes 0 is not equal to 0 becomes false. That is when we come out of the loop. Where is out of the loop? Here, the statement. Right. So this statement will get executed. That is print sum. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it gets added and it gets printed. That's it. Whatever the addition you had done earlier, sum is equal to 15 is something we have in sum. So that gets printed. That's it. Okay. In the same way, multiplication also work. Default case also work. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you're getting confused, you'll have to try to solve whatever questions I've given at least 2 to 3 times. If you know the logic, there is nothing to remember because you already know the syntax of Python, right? You already have seen case. I have already taught you match case. I've already taught you how to take input. I've already taught you what is while loop. I've already told you what is default case. Nothing is that. Just all those things you have brought together in one question and you have applied it. That's it. You have not done anything extra. There is nothing that you have done extra over here. Okay, that's the reason why logic building is important. You, as a human, how you would do the same thing is what you're doing over here. Okay, next question that we have is power. Why this power question I've added is most of the times in your interviews, they will say, and also see, 0 to the power 0 should not give you error. It should be giving you 1. Obviously, anything to the power 0 is 1 itself, right? They've told you assume it to be 1 only. So that is how we will have to calculate now. So why I have told you to solve this question or given you this question is basically, I'll remove this code. Okay. So why that question is, in your interview, right, that question is common. They can ask you to find out the power of 5. 5 to the power of 3. They can ask you to solve this question using a code. But you may say, we already have power function, isn't it? So much if we do, we'll get it. But they'll also say in your question not to use inbuilt or built-in functions. Not to use built-in functions is something that they will say you. Okay, that is when this doesn't work. Your one line of code is no more one line of code. You will have to apply logic. Okay. Now, if anyone says you calculate 5 to the power 3, how do you do? You just multiply 5 3 times, isn't it? If they say 5 to the power of 0, it's nothing but equal to 1 always. Okay. In the same way, if they say 7 to the power of 8, what do? 7, 7, 7. How many times? 8 times you'll multiply 7, right? The same thing you'll have to do it in your code. That's it. Nothing, no rocket science in this. So basically, the first thing that we do is we'll take input from the user. For what? For this power we are taking. We'll be taking first input for the number, okay? So I'll take it as n only. N is equal to int of input. I'm basically taking input from the user for this number. After that, I'm asking the user for what is the power that they want. Exponent, okay? So I'll just take it as exponent only is equal to int of input. So I've taken the input for exponent only also. Now what is my next task? Nothing but whatever number they have given, right? Multiply it so much time and then print the output. That's it. But before that, I'll have to give a if condition. If n is equal to 0, I'll directly print the output to be 1. Okay, because I've already told if exponent, okay, not n, if exp is equal to 0, if exponent is given as 0, see 5 to the power 0 is 1. Directly print 1, no need to do anything. Else what should you do? Else you will have to do something like this. You will take multiplication as a variable, new variable, you will assign it to 1. Okay, then you will take a for loop for dash in range. From where to where are you going? You're going from where to where? You're going from 1 to till where? If I'm taking 1, till where should I go? If I'm starting from 1, I should be going up till
N.
exp plus 1. Okay. Why? Because I've started from 1, isn't it? If I'll have to see, if I'll have to multiply 5 to the power 3 is was given. If I'm going from 1 to 3, it would have only multiplied 5 for how many times? 5 into 5, 2 times. But if I'm going from 1 to 3 plus 1, then it will be multiplying it by 5 1 times, 5 2 times, 5 3 times, because here exponent plus 1 is 4. So I'll be going up till 3. So 1 to 3 I'm going. Okay. Now, okay, I'll go till exponent plus 1. Now what I'll do? I'll just store it. MUL into n, right? And then after that, you'll come out of the loop and you'll just print your multiplication. That's it. Now 5 to the power 3, 5 5 is 25, 25 into 5 is a, yeah, any doubt? Guys, any doubt? Okay. I'm not able to hear you, Hima. Your voice is, what happened?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
No, is it clear, ma'am? No.
Okay. That's it. Got it? See, we are getting the output as 5. 5 to the, basically what is happening is 5 to the power 3 is what is happening. 5 to the power 3 is what is happening. So it's 125, obviously. Any doubt in this code? Did you get why did I do this underscore? Because you need not use I variable only. Then why do you want to take an extra memory, isn't it? Just do it with this. When you have it in Python, when Python is allowing you to do it, just do it. That's it. Any doubt? Hima, doubt? Okay. Hima, doubt?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Aditi, doubt?
No, ma'am.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, I hope this is clear. Okay. Okay, let's get into understanding next question. So this is done. now. Okay, we have not used any built-in. Did we use any built-in functions? Other than your print and all those, leave those. Other than that, for power, you did not use any built-in. You have done it directly. Now, the next thing is you have a series defined. Okay, you have an expression given for your series as 3n plus 2. And they are saying print first x terms of 3n plus 2 that are not multiples of 4. I'll explain you this question first. So what are they asking with us is, you're given with a series. What is a series? 3 into n plus 2 is your series. Okay. Now, how will you get the series? This is just an expression, right? How will you derive the series from this? How will you get 1, 2, 3 series in this? Nothing but you'll have to start assigning n with 0 to whatever number it is. First, I'll assign n with 0. At that time, my series would be 2. Next, when n is 1, my series would be 3 into 1 plus 2. It is nothing but 5. After that, when n is 2, 3 into 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. Next, if n is 3, 3 into 3 is 9, then 11. In the same way, it goes on continuing. It keeps on continuing. Okay, in the same way, it keeps on continuing. This is what your series that you're defining from this particular expression is. Okay, series that you're getting once you start assigning values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till whatever it is the user has told. Okay, now what are they asking us is, they are asking us to print the first x terms of 3n plus 2 that are not multiples of 4. Okay, so first, so if I see in this itself, if I'm asking for first two terms that are not multiples of 4. So any number that is multiple of 4, any number that is multiple of 4, if I do mod with 4, I'll be getting 0, right? So I'll have to find such numbers, okay, two such numbers in the series starting in the beginning itself, which are not multiples of 4. That means when I do mod with 4, I should not be getting 0. That is what my task is. And two numbers. Okay, two numbers I'll have to find. First, I'll start with 2. When I do 2 mod of 4, do I get 0? No, right? So that means, is 2 a multiple of 4? Say me quickly.
No, ma'am.
Okay, 2 is not a multiple of 4. Next, we have 5. Again, we'll check with 5. If I do 5 mod of 4, is it a multiple of 4? No, obviously 5 mod of 4 is not equal to 0. It's not the multiple of 4. So that's the reason why I just needed two numbers. So I've already got two numbers, 2 and 5. If I would have asked for three numbers, then I would have continued checking again. Right, two numbers I've already got. So I'm left with just finding out one number. 8. 8 mod of 4 when I do, I'll be getting 0. So I can't take 8 as a number. No, this is not. I'll take 11. 11 mod of 4 if I do, I'll be getting 0 as a no. So that's the reason my third number or third term that is not a multiple of 4 is 2, 5, 11. 11 is the third term. So basically these are the three terms. This is the same thing as we as a human, what we do, what we did right now. We just wrote all the series, right? We just wrote the series and then we started finding out further whether it's a multiple or not. So whatever was not multiple, we just started printing that out. That is what I'll be doing it in a code is. I'll first write the code and then explain it. First thing is x terms that I've told. So I'll have to take input from the user as x. So x is equal to int of input. I'll be taking input from the user and then let me take a variable count, or you can take anything. You can take C or anything. Let me take a variable as count. This is for counting the number of terms that I've got that are not multiples of 4. Okay, for counting that, I've used this count variable. And then count I've taken. Also, let me take a variable n and assign it to 0. Okay. Sorry, count I'm assigning it to 0 and variable I'll be assigning to, I'll do it like this only. Let me not confuse you guys much. Okay, n is equal to 1 is something that I'll take. Okay, after that I'll start with while loop. Obviously, it's a loop here, isn't it? Without loop, we can't solve this question. While count is less than what? Until and unless my count becomes equal to x, I'll continue the loop. So while count is less than x, because I've taken 0, so I'll be going up till x minus 1. That is, I'll be going less than x. If I would have taken it as 1, then I might have taken equal to as well. Okay, anything is fine. You can do it in any way. Okay, I'll just take it as less than x and then I'll start. Okay, while my count is less than x, what should I do? I will have to update I'll have to find out the term, isn't it? I'll have to find out the term. So first thing is term is equal to 3 into n plus 2 is the series, right? So first n was 1, so it will calculate 3 into 1 plus 2. After I get the term, I'll check if term mod of 4 is equal to or is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, that is when I'll directly print the term. Okay, I'll directly print the term and okay, let me not give end and all. Okay, I'll directly print the term. After that, what do I need to do? If I've printed term, I'll have to increment my count. Count plus 1 is something that I'll have to do. And after coming out of the if statement, I'll have to also increment my n. That's it. So if I give anything like n is equal to 3. So x, that means 3 terms I need is something that I've asked. And I've got 3 terms, 5, 11 and 14. So whenever I do term mod of 4, if it is not equal to 0, and it's printing. So basically what am I doing is, three into n plus 2 is my series expression. I've started n from 1, isn't it? So what will I do is, I'll do this. 3 into 1 plus 2. What is 3 into 1 plus 2? It's equal to 5, right? Then I'll check if 5 mod of 4 is equal to 0. It's not equal to 0. That's the reason why I'll directly print 5. As soon as I print 5, what will I have to do? I'll have to increment the count because I've already got one term, right? So that's the reason why I'll make my count equal to 1. I've already got one term where it's not multiple of 4. Then I'll again check the condition. Before checking the condition, I'll have to increment n as well. So your n becomes equal to 2 next. Okay, in the second iteration, your n will be equal to 2. So if your n is equal to 2, that is when you'll do 3 into 2 plus 2. 3 into 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. Now you'll check 8 mod of 4, that is what you're doing, right? If term mod of 4 is not equal to 0, is it not equal to 0? It is equal to 0. That's the reason why this becomes false. Then directly you'll do n plus 1. You did not increment count because you have not yet got anything. That is when you do n is equal to n plus 1. When you do n plus 1, again your count will become, n will become 3. Then you do 3 into 3 plus 2. 3 into 3 is 9, 10, 11. 11 is something that you have got. You'll check if 11 mod of 4 is not equal to 0. Yes, it's not equal to 0. That's the reason why it's printing 11. And along with that, it's incrementing count. That is how you'll continue. Any doubt? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Others? Anurag, first class, right? Did you understand?
Hello, ma'am. This is not Anurag Veeresh, ma'am. I joined through another laptop.
Okay. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Abhinandan,
Yes, ma'am.
any doubt, any confusion? Or should I explain it once again?
No, ma'am, clear.
Okay. Aditi, Aditi, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Please do practice all these questions. Okay. These are the questions, simple questions that can be asked in your college interviews as well. If there is company which is coming for lower LP or something like that, or any company, right, it can ask you these kind of questions. These are some of the questions which the company can be asking you. Okay, arithmetic progression question or Fibonacci question is common. It can be asked by anyone. This is something which is very simple question. You guys can do it on your own. I can guarantee say that. So you will be trying this on your own. Nothing but if Celsius is given, you will have to convert it into Fahrenheit. And if it's given in Fahrenheit, you will have to do it in Celsius. That's it. Nothing else to be done over here. Okay, that's it is what you will have to do. So you guys will have to solve the question. Next, last question that we have for the day is prime 2 to n. Print all the primes from 2 to n. We have already seen prime numbers earlier. Okay, we have not seen, but yeah, okay, let's do it. Factors we had seen, similar to that itself, prime also work. Okay, so let's start with prime numbers now. Okay, so basically what the question is saying you to do is you'll have to print all the prime numbers starting from 2 to n. So you'll be basically taking, I'll write the code directly over here and then I'll explain you what is happening. Let me take n from the user. Okay, first what I'm doing is, so I'll have to find the prime from 2 to n, right? So I'm asking the user, what is that n? So if the user says me to find out the prime up till 5 or up till 10, find out the prime. So I'll ask the user up till what? So that is what this 10 is. If 10 is a user input, it will be stored in n. Okay, so n will be equal to 10. N will be equal to 10. That is what I'm doing over here. After that, what am I doing is, after taking input from the user, I'll have to calculate prime. Directly, I'll just do the loop for I in. Without loop, it's not possible. 2 to where, till where should I go? N plus 1, because in for loop, this is range is exclusive, right? Range function, whatever you write second parameter, it's exclusive. So only up till n it will be going. So that's the reason why I've taken it till n plus 1. Okay, I'll take a variable prime. I'll take a variable prime and I'll make it in the beginning as true. Okay, I'll make it as true in the beginning. Then let me take another loop. I'll explain you why another loop. For j in the range, for j in the range of 2 comma. So why am I taking int? I'll say you that clearly. So basically I to the power of 0.5. I've already told you why am I doing to the power of 0.5. I'll explain you that also again. Plus 1. Once again, range is exclusive, right? So that's the reason why I've just added another 1. You have a simple method of doing this code also, okay? If I mod of j is equal to 0, then I'll make my prime as false, okay? And then I'll just break out of the loop. Else, I'll come out of the loop. Once I come out of the loop, of the inner loop, I'll just check if prime. If prime is true, then what will I do? I'll just print I. Let me just run this. Let me give the input as 10. So it's already giving me out. Let me see if it is right or wrong. So when the user gives me the input as, see, why am I writing the code in the beginning is, while explaining, I may not remember the logic. Okay, that's the reason why I've just written the entire code at once, because this is the logic that I remember. It comes when typing. In between, if I go somewhere else, I'll do some mistake. That's the reason why, for quickness, I've just done this. I've taken NS10. Now from 1 to 10, I'll have to see. Sorry, from 2 to 10. I'll have to check 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is what you have. 2 is a prime number, so it is printed. 3 is a prime number, it's printed. 4 is not a prime number. 5 isn't a prime number, it's printed. 6 is not a prime number. 7 is a prime number, it has got printed. 8 is not a prime number. 9 is not a prime number. 10 is also not a prime number. That's the reason why only these 4 are printed. So that means our code is right. Okay, now let me explain you the code. What is happening in the code? Okay, so basically what are we doing is, as soon as we take the input from the user for n, I'm taking 2 loops. In one loop, I'm just considering, see, basically what is happening is 10 if you have taken the input, right? So what am I doing in the outer loop is, I'm just taking all the chances, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Each time, I will be first 2. I in range of 2 to n plus 1, in the sense I is first 2. First, I'm taking 2 as an input, and then I'm going up till where? Square root of 2. What is square root of 2? What is square root of 2? 2 to the power of 1 by 2. What is it? Say the integer format only, no? Say the
1,
integer
ma'am.
form. What?
1.
Yeah. So you're going up till where? You will be going up till 2 to int of square root of 2 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So from 2 to 2 you're going. That means you are only executing this loop for once. Okay. What are you going to do is I mod of j. What is j? J is basically 2 itself, isn't it? Sorry, j will be, so your I is equal to 2. J is basically for your 2, right? It's not executing at all. So obviously it will print it as prime only. Right, it will be executing it as prime only. Because I mod of j, j is what? You're starting from 2, you're going up till 2. That means you're going up till 1. So your loop is not going to execute for 2. Directly it's going to get into this one. And it's printing it as, if prime has not become false. So that's the reason why it's directly printing 2. Okay. For the next condition, after that, I'll come out of the loop and I'll see for, now I becomes what? I is 3 now. I'll get into 3 and I'll check if 3 is prime or not. So to check if 3 is prime or not, I'll have to go up till square root of 3 plus 1. I'll have to go up till 3. Square root of 3 plus 1. And if there is any number that is dividing 3 from between 2 and square root of 3 plus 1, 3. If there is any number that is dividing 3, it would be not prime. But there is no number that is dividing 3. That's the reason why it will be prime. Again, I'll go out of the loop and I'll go for this one. It will be 4 now. Now, till where am I going? I'm going from I. J is going from where to where? It's going from 2 to square root of 4. Square root of 4 is what? So 2 to 3 I'll be going. So 2 to 3 when I'm going, obviously only once the loop will be executed, it will check I mod of 4 mod of 2. Obviously it's equal to 0. So print false. Once it's false, I'll just break out of the loop, out of this entire loop, and I'll see if prime. If prime is false, obviously this will not be printed. That's the reason why 4 is not getting printed. Again, I'll go into the outer loop, that is I. I will be now equal to 5. Then again, the same thing is happening. So basically, each time I take a variable, I take a number, and I check up till square root of 5. From 2 to square root of 5 plus 1. This is in range. Basically, I'm checking up till 2 to square root of 5. Okay. Again, I'll check if there is any number that is dividing 5. If there is any number that is dividing 5, obviously my prime, I'll make it as false. This flag, I'll make it as false. And I'll just check. Once I come out of the loop, I'll check if prime is false. I'll print it as false. I'll not print it. If it is true, only then I'll print it. Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
Others?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So that's it. This was all about finding prime. This is one important question which can be asked in your interviews as well. So learn it. Okay, this was all about finding prime.